I'm finally going to do it. Today, and tomorrow probably, I'm putting in the shelves, or I should say the pallet rack. What that is going to give me is the ability to go vertical with some of this heavy stuff. And that'll give me a lot more room in here. And what I figured I would do is, it's 99 inches up to the rafter. And so I'm going to, and this is about, what did I measure that at? Like 40 inches or so up to there, up to that handle. So I'll have plenty of room to, at 99 inches to be able to put that stuff up there. Plenty of vertical space. And as you can see right now, it's just not being used. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to have it come about, so it's going to come up about 45 inches, okay? And that's where the shelf will be. I'll be able to store under it and on top of it with a pallet. And I'm going to have it come across maybe 6 to 8 feet. I have to measure that out and think about it a little bit. Probably want to go over to about where that plug is and not over the top of it. And not today, but eventually I will want to put the pallet on, it's going to be one big solid piece of welded steel. I'm not going to use bolts, I don't think. I'm just going to weld it all because there's really not a whole lot of adjustment that I can do given the vertical space that I have there. So I think I'm just going to weld it all in place, put it on some wheels. That way I can even move that whole, scaffolding around or whatever you want to call it. So that's the plan. And that's what I'm going to get started on. I've got plenty of angle iron in here that I can use. I figure I'm going to need 6 pieces at about 54 inches, and that's going to provide me the vertical pieces for the shelving. And then for the horizontal pieces, I've got a whole bunch of this 3x1 or 2x1 tubing, which is actually pretty heavy duty steel. I've got it right here on this thing too. That is going to act as my horizontal pieces. Ready, break. I've got 2 legs cut. I cut them at about 47 inches. What I decided to do is just cut 4 legs. I think that'll be fine. And then I'll have it horizontally. I'll have the piece go about 90 inches, maybe 100 inches. Maybe 90 inches, that should be plenty. Right, so that's 84 inches, 7 feet. And that's how far, the pallet rack is going to go. It's going to go from 7 feet from one end to the other. And it's only going to be about, I might be able to use this for the part coming forward. So I've got all the legs cut over there. So it's coming along. I've got 3 pieces in one there. So this thing is really handy, this little saw. I just put the pieces in there, turn it on, and I can go about my business. I don't go too far away because occasionally that belt will come off. Came off once earlier today. It needs to be, looked at every now and then, and I almost never look at it. I could go away now and come back later, and those would be cut and that thing would be turned off. It automatically turns off right here, this little thing. When it gets through cutting through that steel, that thing just drops down, goes right against the switch. That's the way it's built. So I like that. It's not, it's no work. Makes a really nice cut, as opposed to the plasma torch, and it's very accurate. So that's that. Well, there's the one leg. There's the other leg. Got it, sitting down on the ground, obviously, but that's going to lift up. And I've got this horizontal piece coming across, 7 foot. And so that's the first one. Now I'm going to do the second one, and then I'm going to prop the two of them up and clamp them together using these horizontal pieces, the shorter pieces. There we are. That's 30 feet, and that's 48 inches to the very top there. I'm going to scoot that back now, and I do have one pallet. I might be able to put something up on that pallet, maybe that thing. So I went and picked up this this pallet that I had sitting around in my backyard. You can see this side of it is plenty long. It goes from that bar to this bar easily, and so does this little pallet. Now that side over there is a little bit worn out. So if you come in here and look at this, you can see it is definitely sitting on that bar, but you know, there's just not much hanging on to it. So I think I'm going to just edge it forward just about an inch and call it good. I need to replace the pallet basically. Alright, so it works. I've got my tiller there, got my snow equipment here, so the snow blower is back there, and here's the snow plow. Underneath I have the tiller, and I just use the tractor forklift to lift things up and set them on there. So that gave me a lot of room. You know, I moved my bucket all the way to the back and was even able to scoot it over this way. So I now have the ability to get in right in here easily and access stuff. Before it just used to all be closed off, just because the stuff was all on the main floor here, and I wasn't able to move around without stepping over everything or tripping over everything. So I'll have plenty of room to bring old Blue in. I'll just, this shop crane came in pretty handy. I used it to put the tiller on the pallet. It was really heavy, and I couldn't quite get it up on there without the tines hitting, and so I thought rather than fussing with it, I would just use this thing, right? So that's that. Now I'm working on this, working on the mower, the way it mounts. It's one of those quick connects. This thing right here, when you drive over the mower deck, it hooks in to this little bracket right here on both sides, okay? And what's happening is this bar here is slipping off of that bracket right there, and I think it's because this guy over here is a little bit too, I don't know what the word is, loose or tight. So I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to take it back down a little bit, and what that should do is I should move everything like this way a little bit, I think. Maybe that's not what I need. Maybe I need to move it this way a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to play with it until I can get that thing sitting on here, sitting on the brackets just right. That's my next little chore.